After it withdrew from the Iran deal, America today announced that it will restore sanctions on Tehran. These sanctions block any transaction with Iran that involves gold, dollar, banknotes, precious metals, aluminium, steel and coal. Import of Iranian carpets and food into America is also not going to be allowed now. The US State Department says the goal of these sanctions was to get Tehran to change its ways. A tougher round of sanctions is being planned for November that could ban Iran's crude oil business. India is closely watching these developments. Iran is one of India's trading partners and one of the largest suppliers of crude oil. So where is this going? Let's go straight to our correspondent, Kate Fisher, WION correspondent joining us from Washington, D.C. this evening. Good evening, Kate. This is just the beginning, we understand. Tougher sanctions targeting Iran's oil industry will follow. How far is Washington expected to go?
Well, they have been very clear today. The White House gave reporters a background briefing on all of this, and they made it clear that they would be fully implementing these sanctions. Their target, their aim is incredibly clear. They want to cripple the economy so much so that it forces Iran's leaders back to the negotiating table. They want to, they say, renegotiate a deal that they believe will be much more effective than the deal that was negotiated by the Obama administration. Their other goal, they say, is to stop Iran's malign activity. That's how they describe it. They say that they are bad actors and that they are causing lots of problems in the region and supporting wars such as President Assad in Syria. And they say that the other aim of these sanctions is to turn off the money, the financial supply to Iran so that they can no longer support what they describe as malign activity. So they say, yes, this is going to be very strongly implemented. And as you say, perhaps the sanctions that will have the biggest effect on the Iranian economy will come into effect in November, the second round of sanctions that are being reimposed, and they will affect the oil industry and Iran's central bank.
Iran's President Rouhani is set to respond to what the American president has set in motion today. The world has been watching warily. Is this Donald Trump's pressure-building tactic, considering that he's also, in the recent past, mooted the possibility of talks with Iran?
Yeah, President Trump has, the administration has said and made clear today that they do want to get back around the table with the Iranians, but that they will not do that until they stop that malign activity, and hence these sanctions. We also had a reaction from the foreign minister, the Iranian foreign minister, Jarif, who was in Asia for the Southeast Asian conference there, where he posed with several leaders, Asian leaders, for pictures on social media, saying, you know, I have great relationships with all these other countries. They want to see the previous Iran deal continued. It's only the US that doesn't want to see this. So there is certainly a war of words. You'll remember just a few weeks ago, those strongly worded tweets on social media, on Twitter, from both President Trump and the Iranian regime accusing each other. There is this discord here, but the Trump administration saying that their aim from these sanctions is twofold. Yes, to stop the financial flow to the Iranians, but secondly, to get them back to the negotiating table. They say that is what they want to do in the long run. They say they can negotiate a better deal than the one that was negotiated by the Obama administration and those other world powers.